So at the Golden Globes the other day, we saw a lot of people there, especially Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves, the director, creator of the Batman, the Robert Pattinson, the Batman writer. And there's no secret right now that there's this rumor going around that James Gunn reportedly wants the Batman from Robert Pattinson to be the DCU Batman. And there's some other rumors that Matt Reeves is kind of pushing back at it, and then it's been delayed so many times. We have some kind of news about it. Matt Reeves says the possibility of Robert Pattinson's Batman joining the DCU really comes down to whether or not it makes sense, saying, "What the future brings, I can't really tell you, and we'll just have to see where it goes." This was in an interview on the red carpet, which is understandable. But then also another thing that he said, the Batman 2 main villain would actually be really surprising. He says rumors are online about who it is. You just casually look at them and go, "Oh, is that what they think now? Interesting." Now, I don't know, man. Like, do you want to see Robert Pattinson in the DCU? I mean, James Gunn, he has expressed many times that he likes to tell Elseworld stories and he doesn't want to be just put into one universe. Then goes back and there's all these rumors that he actually wants it there. And, I can see the argument that this could be confusing for any casual fan. Why is there a Batman here, but he's not part of this universe, but there's a Batman here? It's a whole thing. Would it make sense? That's really like if the writer can make a good story, because we've put a lot of emphasis on the Batman and the universe, that it's this grounded crime story thing, and then to put him in this kind of, I guess you could say, supernatural universe, because there's gonna be, I guess you could say, like aliens. Superman's an alien. There's gonna be like different, the Green Lanterns and Flash and all that. It's a little bit different than what the story was originally intended for, which is maybe not a bad pivot, because we've only really gotten a couple things from the Batman universe. We got the Batman Part 1, we got the Penguin, we got that scene with him and the Joker. I personally am kind of against it. I want to see this Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman, as his own thing, his own universe, and Elseworld story, but I'm not totally against him coming to the DCU. I am against it, but not totally. I think there is maybe some story there. It could be really interesting to see Robert Pattinson on screen as the Batman with David Cornsweet's Superman, and I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like Matt Reeves is in a tough spot right now. Maybe that's why. I mean, probably a lot of people think that, Matt Reeves is in a tough spot right now, and that's why it's taking so long and why it's being delayed, because they don't actually know what they want to do. And there's rumors going around that Matt Reeves is pushing back against James Gunn. But when he's talking on the red carpet, he's talking so highly of James Gunn. And there's also some other rumors that I don't really want to get into, but there are some personal issues going on with Matt Reeves. So, I understand. But I want to hear what you guys have to think. Do you want the Batman to be in the DCU? It's so interesting too. I want to bring up the point about the main villain being surprising. I mean, we've all been fan casting Mr. Freeze. There's tons of different things we've been fan casting, but Scarecrow. The whole report that Scarecrow is Dr. Julian Rush from the Penguin. So I wonder, who they could be going with. Surprising, like we weren't fan casting that, or surprising like this is like a low level villain. It's interesting, and again, I wonder if the holdup and, his answer to that is because they don't know what they're doing. But he's also went on record recently to say they are supposed to be filming in 2025. So I just don't think the script could be not close to done. We are in 2025, and, And again, he says, what the future brings, I can't really tell you. We'll have to see where that goes, and it has to make sense. It's so weird. I don't think they're gonna care if it makes sense. I think they'll make it make sense in some way, but I don't think there's like a few scenarios where it makes sense and that's what they're gonna go with. I think they're just gonna make it make sense. I think it's an inevitable that he's going to become the DCU Batman. And again, I'm not totally against it. I prefer if he was his own thing, but I'm not a casual fan. I love this stuff. So, I mean, I understand where it comes from, the fear of people being like, what the hell am I watching? And he's also, the other day I just reported on it, he said, we're filming this year. I'm really excited to be making it. We're doing something that absolutely continues where the story came from, but it's something that I hope people are really surprised by. And this has been a lot of me just kind of ranting and talking. So, I mean, there's no like real thing I'm going for here, but I don't know. It could be cool on one hand, and it could be on the other hand. James Gunn has also went on record to say we are not going to be seeing the origin story to the Batman because we've already seen it. Not the Batman, just Batman. Could be the Batman, but could also just be a different Batman. it's convenient that we haven't seen the origin story for Robert Pattinson's Batman. He could be maybe making a subtle hint that, we're not going to see it because we haven't seen it with this Batman, and that's about it. It seems like more than likely he's going to be that, and I just want to hear what you guys have to think about that. Anyway, thanks for watching today's video. Leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.